Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They begin with a run by Smith. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Allen, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50. You don't see me in your knuckle.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now on 2nd and 13, Murray. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, check 24, check 24.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he's taken down inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check 50, check 50.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Yellow. Let's go on, 80. 50, check back 50. What's the run? They're running it.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gonzalez. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And Butker pulled it. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On 2nd down, Barber. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
On 3rd down, Murray. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Yellow. Here we go. 43. 43.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Pass, there he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Chris Jones on the stop.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. From the 36, Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He gets this one to Johnson. A 3rd down gain of 19. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 6-0 our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he finds Corey Davis. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing again, Murray. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Strip that ball.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now here's Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Now Allen takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 50-yard line.
Here's Murray from midfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. Allen's got it complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 34.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into 1st down. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check. 57 colors.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Hey, Riblet.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On second and 11 now. Mahomes, 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
Here we go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mahomes going to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A little bit of flip the script. Quarter 1, they struggled. Quarter 2 here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right, because every now and then you don't come out of the gate as fast and as strong as you want to. Sometimes you have to ramp up into it or take a few hits along the way and figure it out. And that's what they've done so far. Slow start, but now they're starting to put it together.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray, and that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Shotgun now from Murray. He finds his man Johnson. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. The Steelers send out their punter now. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. This is taken at the 23. Terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. An update from Buffalo. The Bills, they're just pouring it on in that one. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Murray going to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Murray now, 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. Completes it to Davis. And he's got this down to the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Jim. I'm coming after you. Hey, 50's the mic. 50's the mic. 3 buzz. 50's the mic.
1st down, Murray. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got you. Man, I got you. Switch. Come on. Hey, 43, 15.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
Mike 50. Mike 50. You don't want no one. Pick up the ball. Mike 50. I smell fear now.
Murray now on first down. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 25 yards that time. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Throwing now is Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Murray now. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. From the 38, Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Mahomes to throw.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Kansas City Chiefs, first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Yellow. Hey, we got tight right.
On first down, Mahomes. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Matthews, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down now, it's Cook. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
I got 2 in team.
That's a gain of 7.
We got 3.
Third and
What? 20.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on fourth down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, pick it up, defense.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sideline.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now the first play in the drive there is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, check my 50.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 45 yards.
First down, Pittsburgh.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 24. We're back now in KC. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 16. Johnson, the intended target. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At the 18-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now here's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gonzalez. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And an alley to run. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. Now a handoff looking right. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Throwing again on second down. Murray, Funchess has it complete. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. 23 yards, the final tally. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Kansas City, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.